Gentlemen, my name is Clay Taylor. I am With Your Passion Live. We're here live from the studios in the heart of Memory. With Your Passion Studios in the heart of Memory, Louisiana. Brand new state-of-the-art facility. We're here. I'm the CEO of What Your Passion Agencies and What Your Passion International. I'm excited to be here. We also have a guest. She was on Shark Tank. Her name is Lisa Lloyd. Lisa, welcome to the
Thank you for having me, Claire.
I'm excited to have you here today, and tell us a little bit about what you do.
Well, I've been inventing, patenting, and licensing products for almost 30 years. Back when I was 25, I licensed my first product called the French Twister, and it was a barrette that you would fold up around your hair and roll up and put some pins in, and it really changed the way the industry innovated around hair accessories. I liked it. It was kind of I thought going to be a one-time deal. I was just really lucky. When I licensed it to Scunci, the first year the first 10 weeks it was in stores, it was on the top 10 West Hot list for Walmart. And it changed the way they did packaging. It just really changed the whole landscape of the industry. So once I did that, I was like, I kind of like this. This is fun. I had passive income coming in from royalties. I was making $60,000 a year at 25. Thought, I think I want to do that again. So it was the beginning of a whole new career.
So tell us a little bit about your Shark Tank experience.
Well, that would probably take a lot of time. Let's see. So when I was on, I'll tell you, one of the things that really stood out to me was when I was sitting in the green room, I was really nervous, and I was on season 1. So there was no program before that I could watch other than Dragon's Den, which is what they kind of borrowed from to create Shark Tank. And so I'd seen a couple of those episodes and basically knew what to expect, but I was really nervous. And I'm sitting in the green room, and the producers come in and they're all, the sharks aren't biting. And I said, camera's rolling, who says that? That's like not normal. And they said, well, they're not investing in any companies. And it was because everybody who had been on before me at that point was asking for too much money. They had overvaluated their companies. And so I called my CPA to see what we could do to lower the ask. And when we got back out, or when I went out there, fortunately, they did do the deal with me. In fact, I got 3 offers, one from Barbara, one from Robert Hirschbeck, and one from Daymond John. And I accepted the deal with Daymond, and he invited Barbara to come in. So ultimately, my deal was with Daymond and Barbara.
That's good. And if you want to actually see that deal, she has a little snippet of it on her website.
I do.
We were going to try to play it tonight, but we couldn't get it on
You could edit
time
it
enough.
later,
So
right?
we can try to get this in later for later views.
Yeah.
But so tell us a little bit about your company, a little more about your company and how they can find you, and what do you do now, and if you have any products that they can get from you, or what you have to offer to the people of the world.
So one of the things that I'm really passionate about in this world is being the best version of myself, and that means having more time and space for me, right?
Right.
And to do that, I find that passive income is a great way to give myself back that time. And so inventing and licensing is where a company takes your intellectual property, it could be a patent, copyright, or trademark, and you license it to them, and they make it and sell it and just pay you a royalty. So it's completely passive. Well, over the years, having had a lot of success with it, because I've done it 7 times, a lot of people come to me and ask me for help, how they could do it. So I have had a couple different programs and have been consulting for almost 30 years. But in February, I launched a new program to help inventors basically create the same type of business model. So it's a business in a box. Teaches you everything that you need to know about how to create winning products that will sell, that are dramatically better than all the competition. How to protect them with the intellectual property, get patents on them, and ultimately how to license them, and how to do it for less than a few $1,000s if you know how to do it. It's not expensive, and it's something that could really set you up with a very nice income. So I'm really passionate about helping other people create the kind of lifestyle that I've been able to do.
So how can they find that? And actually, if we can put it on below on our website,
Sure.
on the link right below.
So theinventionaccelerator.com, the Invention Accelerator, which is ACCELERATOR, not EX. .com is a website where you can actually use a free 1-hour course that I've created for anybody to go in and really get a good idea of what to expect from the overall business. And if they like that, and that's something that makes sense, then they can call me, and I'm happy to do a free consultation. It is an invitation-only program. There's no button on there. You can't buy the program without talking to me first. I just want to make sure that we're a good fit, and I think that I'm better at knowing that most of the time than other people are. And if we are, and I invite you in, then you're welcome to join in. It's a lifetime program. Once you're in forever.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
So, what's the phone number they can reach you at if you want to call, or just go through the website?
Right on the website, there's a link to book an appointment for me, and then I will call whoever books that time.
Okay.
And you'll get a couple reminders, of course, from the calendar, just so that everyone knows when it is.
Okay, and that's pretty cool. So, well, I want to thank you for joining us today. And again, guys, this is Lisa Lloyd. Lisa Lloyd is been. I'm sorry, having a moment here. Can't get my words out. We're gonna bring her back very soon, and maybe have you on to maybe give a little sample. Would love to.
Yeah, if I know, because this was kind of a last minute thing. I just happened to be in the building, but I'm delighted to do that. I have tons of examples. I could bring prototypes, and I could show people what that process is like and how easy and fun it is. But it's really fun solving problems, right?
Exactly.
And when you solve a problem that all of a sudden you see on a shelf, it's kind of like giving birth to a child. Like people are like, wow, they like my product. That's amazing. It's a fun business. So yeah, I could bring in prototypes and we could do show and tell.
We'll be scheduling that. So in the near future, guys, Lisa Lloyd, look for it. Go to her website, support her, send her some love, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Up next, we're going to have Renee Manfrey on. That will be joining us in just a few minutes. But what we're going to do is I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what we do and about what's your passion. And, one of the big things is I love to talk and spend a little time, usually at the beginning of my show, just giving some motivational quotes and talking a little bit about what we do. And so at the beginning of all my shows, you've always seen me do a little motivational speaking and talking about what we do. So opportunities don't happen. You create them. And that is one of the things I want to talk a little bit about. Opportunities not happening. They just don't fall on your bed. You don't wake up with an opportunity in your lap. You always create them. And guys, I've said this on many of my shows, talking about you are your future. And it's all about what you do. You have to believe in yourself first and take what you have. Don't let nobody tell you you can't do it. I go through a point in life, all through my life, that, people told me I'm never going to be nothing, I'm not going to be anywhere. And, I'm not going to say I'm 100% successful, but I'm on radio, I have my own show, I'm the CEO of this wonderful company, because I never let somebody say I can't. And as we talk about one of the things of I get knocked down. Don't be scared to fail. A lot of people are so scared that they're going to fail at something that they're too scared to adventure out. Believe in yourself. Believe in what you can do. And if you believe in what you can do, don't let no one steal your dream. And you can basically move mountains if you believe in yourself. Opportunities don't happen overnight. They don't. So we're going to talk a little bit more about that in just a few minutes. We're going to have Renee Manfrey on. Renee Manfrey is actually our business partner, the COO of What's Your Passion Agencies, and he's going to come and sit down and talk a little bit about, he actually started his show called The Renee Manfrey Show. He filmed his first show right in this studio. And so Renee Manfrey, come on in and have a seat, and let's talk a little bit about what's going on. So Renee Manfrey, how you doing, brother?
I'm good, my brother. How you doing?
Excited to have you here. And
exciting day.
If I could just talk tonight, we would. I'm just stumbling.
You're tripping over all.
I'm having a Biden moment. That's what it is. I can't talk.
Didn't have some of the alcohol in the back.
No alcohol. I'm just these stutter moments. I call those Biden moments, not old age moments anymore. And so, Renee, tell us a little bit about your show and the guest you had today.
No, today was one of our first episodes, and the show is really about just opportunities to learn about different individuals and their travels. So today we had Lene on, Lene Stockstill. So Lene has about 12 years of experience in real estate. So we hope both of us have a lot of it in common between investment property, understanding how to get started, what to look for, to financing. So that was a really good show. We're going to have other episodes on different topics on real estate. So my show is basically put together to help individuals learn from different types of people. So I have a lot of different individuals that are scheduled out over the next few months. for different episodes that are going to come in from different parts of our business. Lisa, who is a great, one of my closest friends for almost 12 years now too. So with her experience being in inventing, I've watched her show and I've seen her in Shark Tank. And it's really exciting when you start really understanding the process of really what you have to go through to, you have an idea, what to do, how to get a license, and that's where Lisa comes in. So we're gonna have more episodes with Lisa on the show. So it's all these different individuals who I've had the pleasure of building relationships for the last 20 years of my life, really with all different areas. That Ryan Lowe coming on in the next few weeks, that he's really been, Get Off Your Attitude, I wrote a book about 10 years ago. He's been with Brian Tracy. He does all different types of sales trainings for people. We have our events coming up soon, which we're going to create What's Your Passion events. So I'm really kind of excited right now that this studio gives us an opportunity where we can start showcasing all of this good talent that's right here in our backyard, right here in the world.
Exactly. And, we talked about this morning. Actually, he had me on his show. I was his guest. And one of the things we did was we talked about is the What's Your Passion Studios and what you can do here, and what we have to offer. And
Right.
we're one of the first in the country to offer everything that we're offering.
Right.
Yes, they have marketing agencies, and yes, you have podcast studios, but what we're offering and we're putting together is just something that no one else is doing. And with the networking groups, and we have people like Trevor Norris, and we have people like yourself and myself and Jeff. That's all part of this, that, we're going to have this networking group, and we have Jacques and Corey, yes.
Right.
And so we're putting this together, and we're growing. And we have people coming to us like Bob and Helen that just want to help, and
Yeah.
Alina.
Yeah.
These guys want to help us in all kind of ways. And so we have a big response to this and a lot of excitement. I mean, we had, at that first meeting, we had what, about 30, 40 people?
30 or 40 people.
And
Yeah.
right now, we're looking at anywhere between 100 and 150 at the July 9th event.
Right.
So maybe 200 we might even hit before it's over.
No, I think what's happening is when I started the journey of What's Your Passion about a year ago, was really with just the idea of really coaching and training individuals on different areas of business and understanding the mindset and the daily activities. So I was putting together that course. And then when you and I started talking to understanding the podcasting, and the big process of really what people are going through, what I was going through, of how to do a podcast, how to start a podcast, and how to start editing and everything else. And it's a process.
Right.
So when we started talking, we put together this platform to where an individual can come in, do their podcast, do their show. They don't have to worry about all the cameras. They don't have to worry about editing. They don't have to worry about all the process. We do that for them. Plus, we take that information and broadcast it out. So that's one part. But then it comes down to, how do you really start doing your social media? How do you make your logos? So when you have these marketing agencies out there that they're charging you X amount of dollars for the website and social media and SEO and everything else. But then you have to have this other group over here helping you with the videos. So that's where this agency is kind of coming into a one-stop solution for people to become into this new digital age of broadcasting, the podcast, video, and having all of this put together in a box at an affordable price versus being priced all different ways. And that's where we're going. And I think that's why so many people are being attracted to us, because we're open to helping them through the process, where most people won't start talking to them until they pay.
Exactly.
And that's where I think that we're different.
One of the key is we fit your budget. Like most businesses don't fit their budget.
Right.
And
We're more consulting, I think, that we're doing.
Exactly. We consult with every single person, and
Right.
then after we consult with them, then we spend that time figuring out and building a package what fits them. I mean, we had Roland last night that did our first paying customer, Roland Creasard with I think I pronounced his name right, with Nola Town Bible Study.
Right.
And so he did.
And he has a passion. He has a passion for sharing the word. And,
Exactly.
You take most individuals would not put time into him, for maybe because he doesn't have that much money to put in. But we're taking individuals in and helping them get their message out there more, and showing them the tools like the digital bump card and digital media business card and everything else, how to get it out there faster. So there's all different products and all I feel that we're doing different than most of the other companies. And that's where I think that's why we're attracting so many different people right now. And I feel next month we have about at least 10 to 15 new individuals who will be coming on the show. David Dillards, who will be talking about cryptocurrency. He helps people understand cryptocurrency, set up their programs. And he's told me stories of how he's been doing it for almost 10 years. And he's bought trips and things of that nature. And it's just another world. So we have a lot of good speakers coming on in the next few weeks that are going to be influencers like Trevor and certain individuals we're talking to.
Exactly. So, it's one of the things to where we have, I need a camera on me. Thank you. So we have one of the things to where we have the bump card, and we're going to bring Trevor, we're going to bring other people into this and put this together.
Right.
And so, it's something that I'm excited because there's what we're have to offer, what we're doing, everything we bringing to the table here.
Right.
Nobody's doing, and like you said, we're willing to work with people when nobody else is willing to give them a chance. I'm gonna tell you something. Some of the biggest stars on YouTube were people that nobody would give the time. I mean, I'm looking at some of these people. They're not the prettiest looking people. They're not the skinniest people. They're not, and I'm not trying to make fun of anybody. I'm just saying. I'm just saying that at the end of the day, some of your biggest stars on YouTube today are, again, don't get me wrong,
right,
are not people that Hollywood or anyone else would not give the time of day.
Mm-hmm.
And so, this person don't have this look, and this person, we're not looking for that. We're looking for someone that has a passion, someone that has a dream, someone that wants to get out and give their message. And we're giving you the opportunity and the platform to do that no one else that's going to do that anywhere in the country. And that's what we're looking for. And I'm excited to have that, and I'm excited to work with you. Of course, we didn't even talk about Jeff tonight. We have Jeff Guerra, which he's on a national platform with America's Voice, and he's on Fox News. He's a commentator for Fox News, and
he's just been in the radio business for almost 20-something years.
He's
based in New Orleans, so we're proud to have Jeff as our partner because he brings so much value to us with experience, a lot of following that he has. He does his politics with a punch events, I think every quarter. So we're looking forward to having Jeff on more on the shows also. So that's looking forward to those.
right. And so with that being said, we're going to thank you for joining us. I know you guys got to get to lunch, and I'm going to finish up and wrap up the show with a few things. And but I want to thank you and thank Lisa for joining us, and we look forward to working with you in the future. We look forward to having you on. Thank you very much.
Good luck for the show, bro.
No problem. So up next, we're going to talk a little bit more about your dreams and your passion and what you do. And I want to give you some more motivational quotes. Success is the sum of small efforts, repeated day in and day out. And it takes part of doing your dreams and doing things day in and day out, over and over. And it's small pieces. It takes, let me tell you something. Your successful people today are not the people that are working and doing the big stuff. Your successful people are people who are writing things on their mirror. That's part of being successful. That's part of doing something and doing it right. The next thing is, maybe writing your goals down, writing your dreams down. Small things. It may not be something big or huge, but it's little bitty things. Never stop fighting for your dreams. Never stop fighting for your dreams. Your dreams are something you should always fight for. And don't let no one steal your dreams. So work hard in silence. Let success make the noise. these YouTubers, like, I'm gonna use Trevor, our cameraman back there, he's in the back, that ground here, I don't know if we can get a view of him, but Trevor, he's, he does little stuff, I mean, he don't wanna be in the spotlight, he said he does it because, just as a hobby. And, I mean, he's not making a lot of noise, it's not like, oh, I'm this big star, and you would never know if you see this guy, that he's a big TikTok and Instagram star. And, it's got over 1 million followers. You would never know that. But, he works hard in the background and he lets his success make all the noise. And, now he does stuff with Clay Walker and a lot of big country music artists. He does, a lot of these collabs. So, that's one of the biggest things that I'm just reading some quotes here that are very, I love reading motivational books, and opportunities don't happen. I read that one just a second ago. Stay positive, work hard, and make it happen. Yes, it takes hard work. You're not going to wake up successful one morning. It takes building, just like this studio here. I'm going to use the studio as a prime example. I mean, if you would look at this, would have seen this studio before, it was a building from the 1960s. It looked like a time capsule when you walked in here. But at the end of the day, we took a lot of hard work. It still needs more work, but look at it. It's like taking that diamond. It's a diamond in the rough. And each of you guys are a diamond in the rough. And so remember a few weeks ago, I talked a little bit about people try to steal your dream. I want to close with this. Because people try to steal your dreams. You have people out there that their mission is to rob and steal your dream. Don't let them steal your dream. My passion is to make sure people pursue their dreams. You are special. Each and every one of our viewers out there are very special. Everybody has something, and the old saying, I don't want to use the word monster in us, but I'm going to use the monster in a good way. We have a monster in us, something that is big and potentially just out of this world, that big. I'm going to tell you guys, you can make it happen. Don't let people. One, sometimes it takes reevaluating yourself and reevaluating who you hang out with. Two, some of your dear family, it may take moving them out of your lives. Keep them close in your heart, but you may have to. People that bring you down, people that talk down to you, people that, and sometimes it's your own family members. You have to take and move them to a different level of your life. You socialize with people you want to be like. Dr. Alton Ochsner, the founder of Ochsner Hospital, which is a very large hospital here in the New Orleans area, was a mentor of mine from a young child. He mentored me as a child. People like Steve Ridley, he's a diamond in Amway. People like Woody Jenkins, Louisiana State Representative, former State Representative, U.S. Senate candidate. Those were mentors to me. Lieutenant Colonel Richard Herbert. These are people that were put in my life because they were successful. And I put myself in their path. And I will say, over the years, I've become friends with a lot of people that I never thought in a million years this little skinny, ugly Italian would have been around people, we have parish presidents and governors and former governors and people that they know me by name. They know who I am. But you know why? Because I make sure when I'm in a room, they know who I am. That's what you need to do. You want to be successful. You find the most successful person in that room and you make sure they know who you are. Give them a business card. Go shake their hand. Go let them know you're there. Don't hide in a corner. let them know you're in a room. And you'll have people do birthday parties for you. I mean, Vince Vance and the Valiant, the guy that wrote All I Want for Christmas Is You. Very good friend of mine, dear friend of mine. He's done parties for me and concerts for me. You know why? And you know how that started? Went to one of his concerts. And I let him know that I was there. And I went to another one of his concerts, and he knew I was there. So a point to where he got to know me by name. And now we're on a friend basis. That's how you get successful people to know who you are. You keep pursuing and pursuing and pursuing and pursuing. And they see that. They see that. Don't let no one stop you. Don't say, oh, you can't do that. You'll never get to him. I met Donald Trump. I went to one of his classes. I met many of presidents. The average person never got to be, the average everyday person never got to be presidents. And I'm not here to talk about build myself up. I'm just saying, if I can do it, you can do it. Anybody can do anything they want if you put this to it. It takes this. People that are listening out there, I don't care if you're listening live or if you're watching tomorrow or if you're watching next week. At some point, you could be listening somewhere around the world. Don't let no one steal your dreams. I don't care who they are. I don't care if it's your mom and dad. Don't let them steal your dreams. Those are your dreams. They belong to you. They don't belong to anyone else. That's yours. And no one has a right to take those from you. We live in this great country for a reason. Because everyone has a right to pursue their dreams. Red, yellow, black, or white. You have a right to pursue your dreams. Male or female. I don't care what you identify yourself as. You can identify yourself as a chair for us. I care. You have a right to build and pursue your dreams. Everyone has a right to be successful. That's what our founding fathers built this country off of. The American dream is not just about going to work for 40 hours a week and working for someone else. The American dream is about building and working for yourself. Building you. You know, multi-level marketing businesses and network marketing businesses today are more explosive in third world countries because the Americans started off with making the American dream and putting the American dream off. We got too dependent on the government, too dependent on someone to help us. So we left our dream behind. We forgot about us because we're worried about collecting that little $50 check that someone wants to give us. But in other countries, people are busting their butt. They're selling their everything they have just to invest in an opportunity to be in a business like Amway or Tupperware or Mary Kay. Because they want what we have in America. We, the Americans, have forgot that we have the most powerful tool in the world, and it's called freedom. And you have the freedom to build whatever you want. We can live in mansions. You can drive Mercedes, Teslas, own your own airplane. You, the poor guy that's watching this that don't know if he's going to be able to have enough money to eat tomorrow, can do that. You can do it. I want to thank you guys for joining us tonight and spending this little time with us. Hopefully next week we'll have this a little bit better organized. It's our first live with multiple cameras. I know we're having some glitches here, but I want to thank you for this time. Thank our staff and Jacques behind the camera and Jacques on the switches and Trevor behind the cameras. And all our guests that was here today. And I want to thank you guys, the most important people that are here, our listeners, our viewers, for watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. May God bless you. And I'll talk to you next week. Tune in to my show tomorrow on WGSO.com or WGSO 990 AM. Good night.